All right, y'all. Today's workspace. Recovering the refrigerant from this heat pump air handler. Got all my recovery equipment here. Then we're gonna get all the refrigerant out. Then we're gonna get up in that attic. We're gonna cut out that evaporator coil, put in a new one with a new EEV, a new filter dryer. Then we're gonna pull a vacuum, nitrogen test, vacuum, you know, all the good stuff. Stick with me. All right, guys, I got my recovery situation all set up. I'm all connected. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do it. This machine holds 83 ounces, which is about a little over 5 pounds, or 5.1 something pounds. So that's why we always recover using the scale to make sure that this thing has the correct amount of refrigerant. It's a slight run up to the attic, but not too far, so shouldn't be that much more. So we recovered about 4.8 pounds. So this actually was really about 4.12, 4.13, but because the rest was in the lines, so it was almost spot on. All right, so here we have. That's what we're going to be getting into today. All right, just got that coil cut and yanked out. This is the old coil. Cut it out. Get this filter dryer cut out. And let's get the new one in there. And let's get to work. All right. Unfortunately, this call is going to have to be continued because the new coil that they shipped, they forgot to ship the new valve and assembly. So they're overnighting it as an apology. They're paying for the shipping, but I'm gonna have to be back tomorrow to actually get it done. The part is in that we needed, but unfortunately Daikin, they send you just the valve body, but they don't actually send you the full attachment. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to cut, you know, like here and cut here, and then put a union on, put that on there, and reuse all of this, and then reuse this. All right, let's get back. All right, new coil is in. And reuse the pan down here. Now I'm about to get the assembly together, get it brazed together. Daikin does a weird thing with their Evap coils. They ship them brazed shut, which is interesting, but we'll go ahead and get that opened up, get us brazed in, get the line in. All right, just cut out the old one. And I'll get these attached to the new one. Screwed up. Got the valve body attached now. That's how it looks all together. And let's get these attached. Just cut out this filter dryer because as always, you always have to replace the filter dryer anytime you're opening up the system. I know this should be a given already, but not everybody knows, but you should always be reaming out your pipe and thoroughly cleaning it, regardless if it's a new pipe or not. That makes for better joints. Bye. All right, I'm ready to braze. I got everything put together. Got the valve body protected. I put a little sheet of metal behind here to protect the coil. But these are just 1/4-inch pipes, so I'll be in and off, on and off, whatever you want to say. All right, the braze is good. filter dryer. Gotta clean off all that, you know, heat putty. But we are in now. Get this thing wrapped up, get everything wired in. This is a EEV, so I gotta get everything wired in. A2L, gotta get all the sensors wired in, and pull the vacuum, pressure test, and pull the vacuum, and charge the bad boy up. All right, y'all, pulling my vacuum. Pressure test was good. Now we're pulling that good old vacuum. I used the nice big one hose setup with the fill piece 6 VFM, and then just the micron gauge on the liquid line. Especially when it's a new system, new pipes, that pulls it down nice and low. And as always, I never get it below 500 and just leave it. You get it below 500, you let it do a decay test, and you pull a triple evac every time. Purge it with nitrogen and bring it down again. Thank you. All right, as you can see, I'm below 500 for the third time. Let's pop this off and get charging. All right, we're gonna weigh the refrigerant in. Let's tear it. Remember, we gotta weigh in 5 pounds, 1 ounce. 5 pounds, 1 ounce. All right, re-insulated. UV lights reattached. I just added on the EEV head. I'm just gonna electrical tape and zip tie that. Put the door back on. Put the flue back together. Ready to go. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, the job is done. Everything's back together. I zip tied everything, make it look nice. Everything's put back together. I have a 20-degree temp split. We're good to go. Refrigerant pressures are nice. Let's do it. Another good job done. Ooh, that finger is dirty.